Okay, good evening. My name is Mark Ball. I'm Vet Sports on eBay.com. It's VETSPTS. If you're new to my room, I will be sending out the links to the break itself, a recap. That'll probably come tomorrow morning, maybe later in the weekend, but I will get everything scanned. Again, because of my accident, I'm not trying to be super speedy with this break. So. Also, you'll be getting a link to my Facebook group called Ball Breakers. We've only got about 40 people in the room, in that group right now. It's a relatively new room, but I plan on getting to the point where my breaks are off of eBay, which takes away those fees, but gives me a chance to get bigger and better product. Also gives you guys a forum and basically a research area where you can see my past breaks, look at my previous scans and stuff, and it'll give you a chance to sit there and send me ideas for what you're looking for to break. So anyway, tonight we ended a half case break for the Panini Prizm football. This was the hobby case. Okay. So those are the remaining 6 boxes out of that case. Okay, so we'll go ahead and pull those out, set them on the table. Okay, so the case is now empty. Okay. So I'm going to have these here. I'm going to go over a couple of things real quick. All payments are pretty much in except for those 3. I'll get caught up with those later. But I want to say first thing off the bat is I appreciate everybody's participation in quick payments. A lot of repeat buyers, but there is a lot of new faces, so I'll welcome you guys as well. And gals, if there's any gals in here. The packages will pretty much be staged up tonight with the scans. If there's any question, once you see the recaps or anything like that, let me know. So you can either send me a message via my email, which should be linked to my eBay account, or just send it through eBay messages. It's easy enough to get a hold of me. So tonight's break, we got Kichi with the Patriots. Benny Brawl's got the Eagles. Zombie Distillery, sounds like I need to talk to you. It's got the Redskins. Gamecock's got the Giants. CG Mack is back. He's got the Cardinals, Packers, Jets, and Vikings. Heiser's got the Titans. Shy's got the Jaguars and Browns. Deuce Deuce, Dust Dust, how you pronounce it, it's got the Broncos, Bears, Panthers, Colts, and Chargers. G. Crouston, or it's GC Ralston, okay. He's got the Buffalo Bills. Jeeber's got the Seahawks. George Miller's got the Raiders. Kid Rock's back. Chiefs and Dolphins. Speaking of which, Kid Rock, if you're already in the room, I want to talk to you later. So just if you can, hit me up. I know you stayed late last time. So he's got the Chiefs and Dolphins. Inflow's got the Rams. Wander, of course, got the Steelers. And he's pretty much got a lock on them. UD Cardnut's got the 49ers. Brad Metz got the Bengals. Saints, Texans, Falcons, and Bucks. Sick Cowboys got the Cowboys. And we got Sirianna has got the Lions, and MJ's got the Ravens. He's been pretty much locking on my Ravens too. So again, I appreciate everybody's quick payments on that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just hit the plastic up real quick, and then I'll adjust the screen in just a second. So that's the 6 boxes. Okay, I'm gonna slide these boxes here so you can still see the stack of 6. I'm gonna open this. The only thing I'm gonna sleeve right off the bat is gonna be the autographs, but before I get everything packaged, all the hits will be sleeved. So I want to try and make this as timely as possible. Again, the scans and recaps will sit there and give you guys a resource later. So unless there's any question, I'm going to go ahead and get started. The other thing I do if you're new to this room is I open up all the packs from the box first, I stack everything up, then I go through so I can highlight the hits. Okay. Hold on a second. Trying to give you guys better visibility, of course. So. Also, if you hadn't seen these cases open yet, one thing I noticed last week when I opened the first half, these cards are kind of flipped back and forth, so you'll see me kind of flip them back and forth to try and get them up right up. That way I can identify the hits easier. Okay, good luck, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get this show started. We've got a couple packs left, but this is box one that we're getting ready to kick into. Oops. Okay. Here we go. Okay, every single one of these packs got these little kid reporter things. If anybody wants these, I've got a stack up there, plus I've got these. Not worth anything to me, but if someone's got any kids that want to sit there and try it, you know, it's there for them. Okay, so our first hit, Odell Beckham for the New York Giants. One of the Believe the Hype die cuts. There is a lot of die cuts in this product, just to give you a heads up. Okay, this one's a double hit pack. It's Kadeem Carey. One of the little multicolored prisms. Let me slide this over. Okay, and then right behind it, you got Jason Witten for the Cowboys. Okay, next die cut. Khalil Mack for the Raiders. There is a Prizm version of these die cuts too. Last time we got 3 of them. It was just a regular base, but from what I was seeing online, that's just a regular one. This is the one I want to show. But what I was seeing online is there are some serial numbered die cuts as well. This is Terrell Davis for the Broncos. That's a pretty good old school guy there. Okay. Mr. Deflategate, Tom Brady for the Patriots. Be interesting to see how that pans out. Okay, next die cuts, what they call the intros. This one's RG3 for the Redskins. And then right behind it is the orange parallel, Derek Johnson for Kansas City Chiefs. Okay. Eddie Lacy out of 125 for the Green Bay Packers. It's one of those red prisms, almost like an X-Fractor. Okay, we got our first class ring. That's Sammy Watkins for the Buffalo Bills. Nice die cut right there. Okay, we got our first autograph. This one for the San Francisco 49ers, and it's Jimmy Ward. Okay, it's just a base auto. I'll sleeve that one in just a moment. Set that right there. Just want to finish emptying out my hand first. Okay, this first one of these. We got plenty of these die cuts, but if you sit there and look, this is the Prizm version. And if I remember correctly, these are 1 out of 120. I have to look at the box again. But the Prizm versions are much harder to pull. So that's Bishop Sankey for the Titans. Not for the Steelers. I think you might have missed that one. And that's Jimmy Ward for the San Francisco 49ers, base auto. Okay. Green and yellow parallel, and that's Mike Evans for the Buccaneers. Next die cut. This is what they call the hands-on, and it's Larry Fitzgerald, or hands team, and it's Larry Fitzgerald for the Cardinals. Okay. Next orange. Isaiah Crowell, Cleveland Browns. Drawing a blank. Yeah, the orange aren't serial numbered. I couldn't remember for some reason. Next die cut. This is Mike Evans for the Buccaneers. Okay. Atlanta Falcons on board with Devonta Freeman, base Prizm. Okay. Okay. Nate Washington for Tennessee Titans, base Prizm. And underneath that, orange, or no, gold. And this one, serial numbered 6 out of 10. So it's very low number. That's Deion Buchanan for the Cardinals. Okay, so very, very nice right there. Next die cut, intros, and that's Steven Jackson for the Atlanta Falcons. Okay, then we got Dwayne Bowie for Kansas City Chiefs. This is serial number out of 75. Okay, then we got the Air Marshal die cut. Okay, that's Peyton Manning for the Broncos. Okay, second auto, C.J. Fedowitz for the Texans, and that is the Prizm version, and that's out of 350. And then underneath him was C.J. Spiller for the Buffalo Bills. The orange. Well, let me double check. Yeah, just the orange version. The gold version, which the gold and the orange are very similar, at least with my colorblind eyes. But the orange is not serial numbered, but the golds are serial numbered out of 10. So let me get this sleeved real quick. Yeah, Kid Rock's first box. Let's see. autos there. First auto was Jimmy Ward for the San Francisco 49ers. Second was C.J. Fedorowicz for the Texans. The C.J. Fedorowicz was the Prizm version, so it was serial numbered out of 350. Okay, but again, that's first box, so. Okay. Hold on a second. Kichi. Okay, Kichi, I just got your message. I just want to make sure you weren't having any problems in the room. So, but you're good. I don't like how these Prizms put these little notches in these boxes. It's hard to get these packs out. Okay. Hey, also Kid Rock. Can't remember the name of it off the top. Just so that you're tracking, there was a Deion Buchanan for the Cardinals. It was gold, serial numbered out of 10. It wasn't auto. It was just a regular parallel, but it was serial numbered out of 10. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure. We should have about 18, I think it was 18 or 19 people in the room, so I'm actually disappointed I'm only seeing 13 of you, but as some of you already know, though, I send out links to the actual breaks and the recaps, so hopefully I don't miss anybody. Okay, box number 2. Good luck, everybody. Okay, right off the bat, C.J. Federwitz, serial numbered out of 75, and it's low numbered. It's serial numbered 8 out of 75 for the Texans. And again, some of these are going to be upside down, so I'll have to flip them. Okay, first one's going to have to be random, unless the guy owns both teams, which I don't think so. For the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions, you got Calvin Johnson and Jerry Rice. So let me set that there for the random. Okay, nice. Okay, next auto is an orange, and it's Marcus Smith for the Eagles, serial numbered out of 50. Underneath him, orange, Roger Staubach. The regular orange that are non-auto, they're not serial numbered. So the Cowboys are up there. Love seeing those old school guys. Okay, the second one of these, and again, I think these are out of 120, but this is Teddy Bridgewater. This is the Prizm version. Okay, so it's the actual reflective type. Okay, so the Vikings are on board with a nice die cut right there for fresh faces. Okay. Next die cut. There you go, Wanderer. Ben Roethlisberger for the Steelers. Okay. Wrong CJ, huh? Yeah. Hopefully I can get you another auto. Because I think the last big CJ that I pulled was the auto for you a couple of weeks back. Okay, the green and yellow parallel, Paul Richardson for the Seattle Seahawks. Followed by Kendall Wright for the Tennessee Titans. I hate it when these things are flipped all up. Okay, for the Jaguars, Blake Bortles, die cut fresh faces. And Zach Ertz for the Eagles. Mr. John Elway for the Broncos. Okay. Johnny Manziel. Nice parallel right there. Okay, another one of the hands teams. This was for the Broncos, and that's Wes Welker. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get this one sleeved real quick. Okay, next die cut. For the Panthers, Cam Newton, the intro die cut. Followed by the orange, Connor Shaw for the Browns. Fresh faces for the Broncos, Cody Latimer. Then we got Cam Newton for the Panthers. Bradley Roby, base Prizm for the Broncos. Next hands team, Pierre Garçon for the Redskins. Okay, and underneath him was Scott, I guess you pronounce it Tolzien, Tolzien for the Green Bay Packers. Okay, Devin Street. This is serial numbered out of 99. If you were with me the other day, last week for that break, we got about 3 cards like this, and each of them had different serial numbers, so the others will probably be lower than this. Oh, I forgot to announce his team. He's for the Cowboys. Okay, next die cut for the Patriots. That's Tom Brady for the Air Marshals. Okay, and our next autograph for the Eagles, Jordan Matthews. Okay. I think it's the first Matthews auto that I've pulled in a while. Okay, empty box. Just to give you guys a heads up on my Facebook group, um, since my accident Monday, I wasn't able to do any listing, but I've got another case of this Panini Prizm, and I'm contemplating whether or not just to go ahead and list random teams up there and go from that way. The reason why I would do random is because if I sit there and try and do individual teams, I know the Steelers would go, I know the Ravens would go, I know the Vikings and stuff like that, but about half of it wouldn't sell. So it's better to just do a random. Everybody gets the same chance at the Giants and the Vikings and Packers and stuff. So I'm contemplating with that. So if you're already on my Facebook page, just keep an eye on that. Otherwise, if I go ahead and list tomorrow night, the next break of this Prizm won't be until Thursday of next week because the eBay's new 5-day listing thing. If you're sellers, you probably already know we can't do any 3-day listings no more. So 3-day listings is good for these breaks because you said they can do that and flip and have new product before the end of the week. But we'll see how that goes. Okay. So let me slide these over here. Okay, so right off the bat, the green and yellow parallel for the Packers, Brett Favre. Underneath that, you got Justin Gilbert for the Browns, base Prizm. Okay, first die cut for the box, and that's Colin Kaepernick for the 49ers, the intros. Okay, the red X-Fractor. And that's Roddy White for the Falcons, serial numbered out of 125. Another Blake Bortles, fresh faces for the Jaguars. Hey, Kid Rock, did you get a chance to join my group last week? Oh, nice, nice. Trent Murphy, serial numbered out of 100 for the Redskins. I like that the way that autograph comes out with that green and yellow. That's the first one we pulled out of this case. Okay, Trent Richardson for the Colts. Okay. Oh, you don't do Facebook? Okay. Too easy. What I'll do is, if once I make my decision, I'll send you a message via eBay, and then you can contact me from there. If, depending on which way I go, let me know what your intent is. I ain't trying to force anybody to Facebook, but I'm just trying to maximize my my resources. Anyway, Believe the Hype die cut, and that's Blake Bortles for the Jaguars. Then we got Tevin Reese for the Chargers. Okay, we got another class ring. This time it's Derek Carr for the Raiders. Last time we pulled two of those class rings, and both of them were the. Actually, I think we pulled three, but two of them was the Prizm version. Again, out of 320, so it was a pretty good case so far. Julius Thomas for the Broncos, base Prizm. Okay, another double hit pack. This one is Antonio Gates, base Prizm for the Chargers. Followed up by a blue, which last time we only got one, and this is serial numbered. Okay, so it's the eBay 1 out of 1. It's the serial number 1 out of 50. So it's Lewis Nix for the Texans. Okay, another intro. This time it's Keenan Allen. So right now we're on a Chargers roll. Okay. And of course I got broke up by the Buccaneers. Here's Mike Evans. It's serial numbered out of 75. And then underneath him, Russell Wilson for the Seahawks. And who's droiding me? Okay. Just want to make sure it wasn't somebody trying to get to the room. Okay, so the next die cut, fresh faces, Cody Latimer for the Broncos. Okay, last part. Okay, our next auto, Marcus Roberson for the Rams. And that's serial numbered out of 100. Okay, so that's the Prizm version. Okay, now we got a Prizm Air Marshals. And I'll have to double check to see how hard these order. And this is Drew Brees for this New Orleans Saints. Hands team, Larry Fitzgerald for the Cardinals. Oops. I almost grabbed two cards there. That's Connor Shaw. That's for the Browns. Next Air Marshal, Tony Romo for the Cowboys. Okay, so over half of our autos are are some type of Prizm parallel. We've gotten 2 color and I think two color and 2 base prisms, so that's pretty good. So we're halfway through, gentlemen and ladies, if we have any. Okay, this done. Check something real quick. The fresh face prism. Well, this doesn't give me the odds on that. I have to look back on the website again. There are prisms, it looks like, as low as serial number to 10. They're called black to night prisms. I haven't pulled any of those yet. So, but I'd have to look at the website again and see what the air marshals and stuff like that are going at for as far as the odds. Yeah, they seem to be quiet tonight. We did have, I think, a couple of Chiefs hits in that first box. But they weren't autos or anything. It was, I think it was a die cut. That's right, there was a Bowie color. I think it was one of the red ones. I'm not. Yeah, I can't. I won't know until I get them set up, and sleeved, and scanned. But Murray's been pretty much quiet out of this case. And usually, especially with the other products, the Murray's I usually do pretty good with him. Even the Giants have been quiet. Had that Odell Beckham die cut when we first opened that very first pack, and they ain't seen nothing since. Okay, box number 4. So we're about 2/3 into it. Okay, right off the bat, nice Prizm autograph. It's a base Prizm, but it's still numbered out of 75. Blake Bortles for the Jaguars. So some of those base Prizm got different serial numbers because the last one was serial number out of 100. Underneath that, gold parallel, Andrew Luck for the Colts. That's odd. This pack actually didn't even have a hit. What am I doing? Putting those in the wrong stack. Okay, so back in, you were talking about the Chiefs a second ago. Here's an Aaron Murray, Believe the Hype die cut. Okay. Next Prizm is one of the green and yellows, and this is Marquise Lee for the Jaguars. Our next class ring, Derek Carr for the Raiders. How about for your Steelers? Granted, it's not a serial number card, but Franco Harris, nice green and yellow Prizm. It's a class act right there. Okay, next base Prizm is Daqueezy Denard for the Bengals. Okay, and our next die cut, we have intros, Brandon Marshall for the Bears. Okay, and underneath that, we had Julius Thomas for the Denver Broncos. And we got Nate Washington, serial numbered out of 99 for the Tennessee Titans. Okay, Giovanni Bernard for the Bengals. Fresh faces, base. Our next Air Marshal. Whoa. Not trying to make you guys nervous. I almost lost it. Anyway, it was Tony Romo for the Cowboys. Didn't quite had the grip on the corner. Okay. Dante Culpepper, Minnesota Vikings, base Prizm. Okay, we'll go ahead and get this one sleeved real quick. You're still getting ads, Wanderer? Used to be I'd only get the ad when I first signed on. Afterwards, I didn't get any more. So, okay, our next one, Fred Jackson for the Buffalo Bills. Our next one is the Hands team for the Bears, Brandon Marshall. Okay, Kendall Wright for the Tennessee Titans. This is serial numbered out of 75. Eric Ebron for the Lions. Fresh faces. Okay, our next autograph. Jace Amaro for the Jets. No, not really. A couple of base Prizms, but nothing as far as Steelers. Kendall Wright and a couple of others. And you just seen the other autograph. Okay, this is the Hands team. This is the Prizm version. You can see a little bit more of the reflective. This is Demaryius Thomas for the Broncos. Okay, your next die cut, Calvin Johnson for the Lions for the intros. And then finally, a double hit pack. We're back on with the Chiefs, Mr. Aaron Murray. Underneath that, we had Jonathan Stewart for the Panthers. I think it's the first time I called the Panthers out. Oops. Okay. Okay, box empty. Okay. So I'm going to be sleeving for about an hour, it looks like. Probably close to 60 of the different parallels, and probably a good 40 or so of the various die cuts. What am I doing? Trying to get ahead of myself. I'm going to go ahead and get this box open. We'll run through it. We're at 45 minutes. I'm going to try and get this done for you guys. So as I got to take my medicine. His back and shoulders are really starting to tighten up. It'll probably be habit. You've already received packages of me. You know that anything that's a hit, I usually sleeve. It's no big deal. Once I start doing everything, it's kind of like a motion. But you already know I do everything with the team bag and everything, so I try and protect them as best as possible. Okay. Okay, so let me get a little bit more to drink. Okay, so box number 5. Okay. Ryan Tannehill for the Dolphins. So the Dolphins just crept in there. There you go, Kid Rock. Not serial number, but it's still not a bad looking prism right there. Underneath that, we got Antrell Roll, New York Giants. One of the orange parallels. Then we got base prism, if I can grab it. Sammy Watkins for the Bills. Base prism. Intros for the Broncos, Peyton Manning. Okay, we got one of those red X-fractors. And that's Brent Smith for the Buccaneers, serial number out of 125. I want to say we pulled one of these out of the first half of the case. So that's strange that we get two of the same guy. I have to go back and look at my highlights. Derek Carr, fresh faces die cut for the Raiders. Nice. Michael Sam for the Rams is serial numbered out of 75. So nice red parallel right there. I'm getting ahead of myself again. Mr. A.J. McCarron for the Bengals. So we're seeing some good color as far as the auto is concerned. Just about all the autos with some type of prism or at least a serial number. I think we've only got 2 base autos out of the entire half case so far. So looking really good. Okay, another double hit. This is Pierre Garçon, Hands team for the Redskins. Underneath that, Mr. Announcer, Chris Carter for the Vikings. Okay, A.J. McCarron for the Bengals. Another one of those orange parallels. This is another one that's going to have to be random. This is Adrian Peterson for the Vikings and Emmitt Smith for the Cowboys. So far we've got 2 that's going to have to be random. Okay, Christian Ponder for the Vikings. Well, that's interesting. This is a base card, but I don't think we got a single one of his in the first case, or first half of the case. And that's Gale Sayers for the Bears. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I'm an old guy, but I love seeing the old school. Here's a base Prizm for the Jets, Geno Smith. Underneath that, a blue, which is out of 50. That's interesting. The first one was serial number 1 out of 50. This one's serial number 2. Yeah, I want to make sure I was reading right. 2 out of 50. LaShawn McCoy for the Eagles. Okay, our next die cut. Believe the Hype, Cody Latimer for the Broncos. Okay, Wanderer, wake up. How's that Franco Harris out of 99? Okay, last part of this stack for box 5. First one's Fresh Faces. Jadeveon Clowney for the Texans. Underneath that, you got Adrian Peterson for the Vikings. Our next auto, this is a base one, is Lachey Seastrunk for the Redskins. This is our first intro with the reflective background, the prism background. That's J.J. Watt for the Texans. Followed up by another intro, but this one is just a base, and it's Russell Wilson for the Seattle Seahawks. Okay, Devin Street for the Cowboys. And then our last hit for box 5, Mr. Andrew Luck for the Air Marshal die cuts for the Colts. Okay. Okay, our 6th and final box. Okay, I'm going to do something I hadn't done in a while. There's not only 9 of you in the room, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up these packs. Anybody can guess. There's an average of 2 autographs per pack. What I normally do is the last autograph. If anybody can guess who it is, I'll give them $5 credit towards a future break, and that's whether it's on Facebook or on eBay. You just have to. I'll make note of it, but you guys, if you get it and win it, you just have to let me know when you want to claim it. But what I'm going to do is give a $5 credit, and we'll go from there. The team that you pick, or not the team, Let me scratch that. It's the person. You do not have to have the team. So if you've got the Browns tonight, but you want to pick somebody from another team, you can go ahead and do that. So it's one pick per person. Okay. On top of that, two people can't have the same pick, obviously. So, but you guys got until I actually start going through the stack. So go ahead and list who it is that you think the last autograph will be. Okay, Paul Richardson, Seahawks. Okay, I know there's more of you in the room besides Wander. Let's get those guesses in. Ain't got nothing to lose. Dante Moncrief for the Colts. Gotcha. Okay, so I've only got two guesses. This is the last pack, ladies and gentlemen. Again, before I get started, if you guys got a guess who the last autograph will be, and you guess it correctly, that person will get a $5 credit to a future break. I'll go ahead and give you guys about 10 seconds. It'll get me some fluids in my throat. Give you all about 10 seconds. Okay. Teddy Bridgewater for the Vikings. Gotcha. Taj Boyd for the Jets. Okay. So, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Guesses are over as of Taj Boyd. So, let's break this down. Hopefully this will be a good last box. Okay. Been a pretty good break. Nothing huge, but it's been a pretty good break all over the place. So, most of the teams are pretty much represented. You got Tom Brady intro for the Patriots. Okay, Zach Martin for the Cowboys, serial numbered out of 125. Okay. Okay, double hit pack. Blake Bortles, fresh faces. Dang, that's the third one out of this 6 boxes. So he's pretty much stocked up for the Jaguars. Too bad one of them wasn't the Prizm version. Then we got Fred Jackson for the Bills, the orange parallel. Okay. First auto, so it doesn't count for it, but nobody had him anyway. It's Terrence West for the Browns. Okay, we got another fresh faces. This one is the Prizm version. and it's Keenan Allen for the Chargers. Okay, your next one is a die cut, and that one is Derek Carr, believe the height, for the Raiders. Underneath that, No Sean Marino for the Dolphins. Okay, caught me off guard. Storm Johnson for the Jaguars. The green and yellow parallel. Okay, our next class ring, Teddy Bridgewater for the Vikings. Okay. Okay, Josh Huff, base Prizm for the Eagles. Oh, I'm going to butcher his name. Cyrus Cohen Gengio for the Bills, base Prizm. I thought some of these names I'd see in the military was bad. Okay, our next hands-on, Larry Fitzgerald for the Cardinals. Then we had Kyle Fuller, serial numbered out of 75 for the Chicago Bears. Then we had Mike Glennon for Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fresh faces. Okay, nobody had this one. And unless we've got 3 autos, this is the last auto. This is Mike Davis, serial numbered out of 50 for the Raiders. It's a nice Prizm auto and it's low numbered. Okay. Okay. Next intro, and that's Russell Wilson for the Seattle Seahawks. Taylor Lewan for the Tennessee Titans. Our next Air Marshal is another Tom Brady for the Patriots. Okay, Steelers are coming back towards the end, and it's a base Prizm, Jerome Bettis. Underneath that, you got Jason Witten for the Cowboys. Jeremy Maclin, Philadelphia Eagles, base Prizm. Okay, give me just a quick moment. Okay. Okay, if you guys can stick around the room, what I'm going to do, and I'm going to put the link in the room, and I'm going to send out the link as well later. But I'm going to switch over to YouTube to where you guys can see what they call a screen share. So I'm going to put the link in here, so you're going to hear me talk about it. So give me just a quick second to stop the actual break, but I've got 2 cards that I've got to random. So stand by just a second.